Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a general love and romance reading for my dearest Taurus out there for December 2020. Now before I get started, I'm just going to ask that you like this video and subscribe to the channel. Also check out the description box for ways you can get a private reading or you can get your hands on the decks that I'm using. All right, let's jump into this, Taurus. Let's invite spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, spirit guides, and our ascended masters to this space to deliver the messages that we need to hear. Messages for Taurus, please. December 2020, love and romance. Messages for Taurus, please. December 2020, love and romance. Okay, the Three of Wands, Justice, Ace of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Tower in reverse, Temperance, and the Two of Cups in reverse. Okay. Overall energy, Taurus, we do get the Page of Wands. So this is fire energy. You could have Aries, Leo, Sag in your chart, or you could be connected to one of those energies. The Page of Wands is optimism. It's excitement. It's charisma. It's about starting a brand new adventure. And it's like you feel like you have this inner knowing or this inner strength saying, you know what, we can do this. I'm ready for this, no matter what we've been through. Because I got, as soon as I pulled out this Tower card, Taurus, that many of you guys averted some sort of big disaster. Okay, and we'll get back to that in a minute, but I think you're really feeling that strength. You're feeling good about yourselves, or you were able to sort of clean up after a really messy situation, but you did it with style, you did it with grace, you did it with ease, and I really feel like you guys are in your confidence. Now, we have the Eight of Swords, so this is overthinking. This is about being in a prison of your own making, but what I'm feeling here more than anything, Taurus, is actually this is not your energy. What they're showing me is this Page of Wands is you want to, I feel like you really, really want to help someone, or you want to show someone either through your experience, especially with love and relationships, that things aren't as bad as they seem. Okay, so it's like really this beautiful energy of I want to move towards this person and rescue them. It could be another person's energy, but I really feel like it's yours. Like you feel good enough and strong enough to really sort of conquer the world at the moment. The Nine of Pentacles, there may be somebody in your life or somebody that you're dealing with that has problems with codependency. So I feel like this might be a friend or it might be a family member. And I think it's something that you have personal experience with cleaning up after, getting through. And it's like you want to come and show this person that things are much better, can be much better than they seem. With the Queen of Swords in reverse, this is about, this could be about, an ex, or it could be a deep soul connection, somebody feeling confused, and we see that with this Eight of Swords energy and this Nine of Pentacles, believing they can't do it on their own, but really sort of cutting ties with this situation or this person. So Taurus, again, this could be your journey. I feel like many of you are reflecting back on some difficult situations. We also look at that. We have the King and the Queen of Swords. Some of you guys, this is a deep soul connection that you guys are currently in separation from. And with this Eight of Cups, I'm getting many of you may have been sort of in a back and forth situation. Okay. And especially with that Two of Pentacles under there going back and forth, should I, shouldn't I, is this the right decision? Is this the wrong decision? Okay. But I do feel as if many of you are in separation from this deep soul connection, or you're using your experiences with this situation to help others through a difficult time. But I do see that many of you are starting to sort of wake up from the fog. Many of you are starting to realize that you have the power and the choice to transmute this energy and use these experiences, this experience and this current time of separation, if you guys are in separation, or you just might have sort of emotional distance between you, to really work through old fears of abandonment or not being enough on your own, and really coming out of this dark period and saying, you know what, I've actually got it going on here with this Page of Wands. Some of you guys are, really, I get you that you're formulating a plan, that you're either moving for you're moving forward in your journey, and you may even be contemplating moving back towards this person. So we get the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is a card of waiting. This is also a card of hope, just like with this Page of Wands. Like, I've got what it takes. I've got what it takes to have a happy life, to have love in my life, or to reconcile, or to repair this situation. The Three of Wands is somebody who's waiting for their ships to come in, and he's in a higher perspective. So he's been through what this general energy was talking about, that overthinking, feeling of abandonment, codependency, that fear of being left, or the fear of being without this person or without love in their lives. And this person, he's taking a higher perspective, which we're being supported right now with this Gemini Sagittarius axis, to really take a review of everything that you've been through, and being very hopeful. Okay, for some of you, you're hopeful for a reconciliation. I know for some of you out there, you're going to say, no, I don't want anything to do with my exes. They're toxic. That's fine. Oftentimes when we talk about reconciliation, it's with a soulmate, but it's a past life soulmate. So this person, you may be feeling that things are sort of changing, that there's something coming your way. Now, the Justice card, this is the energy of Libra. So again, some of you guys with this King and Queen of Swords energy, you have gone through a divorce or separation, and you're very, very hopeful about the future. The Justice card in reverse is telling me that, it may have felt or may feel unfair at times, that you've been putting in all of this work. You feel like you've learned all your lessons, or you've learned some tough lessons. And so really waiting for, the pendulum to swing in your favor. Okay. Spirit is asking you to be patient, that there is a deep healing that's taking place. For those of you where this isn't an ex, or it isn't somebody that you're divorced from or you're separated from, this Justice card again is that feeling of being in separation, that things aren't really going my way, and it might sort of feel that way at this time. What's blocking you is the Ace of Pentacles, okay? So there's some sort of brand new beginning. I feel like there might be hesitance here. Some of you, again, this King and Queen of Swords energy, it may be somebody that's holding on to you, and it may be that you're still holding on to this relationship, and Spirit's really asking you to let go, to release, to trust in the universe that you will be taken care of, and that things are working out in your favor. What Spirit wants you to know: Ten of Cups, that you deserve to be happy, that this is a very, very deep soul connection for some of you. But for others of you, it's a reminder, when we're on a twin flame journey, they're not always our life partner. So if you are releasing an ex, or you're releasing a deep soul connection, Spirit wants you to know that you deserve happiness, and that happiness is yours. But you do have to surrender to the universe. You do have to allow the universe to rework and move things around. And even if it feels like things are unfair or imbalanced at this time, Spirit wants you to know that happiness is on its way. Okay. And, for some of you, you are leaving a very deep soul connection, but it's a reminder here, and especially with the Two of Cups here, that there is another connection out there for you, or for some of you, reconciliation. Now, I touched on this energy of the Tower. This could be Aries or Scorpio energy in reverse. So for many of you guys, you're cleaning up your lives after this separation or after this divorce. For others of you, you've narrowly avoided disaster, and you're using, you have your wits about you. You're using your confidence. You're using your experience. And that's what you used, okay, to maneuver through this situation. And really, some of you are understanding that whatever this connection was, that maybe the timing was off, or it wasn't the right connection for you at this time. Because the Temperance card can also be about divine timing. It's a reminder that your angels and your guides are all around you. She has one foot on the ground and one foot in the water. She's bridging the gap between the physical and, between the mental and the emotional. She's bridging the gap between the physical world and the spiritual world, and that you are being divinely guided. You see her crown chakra is activated, so your connection with source and your spirit guides and your ascended masters and angels is very strong. And she's also got that third eye open as well, so trusting your intuition, trusting that you've done the right thing, that no mistakes or no wrong decisions have been made in this situation. Now, we do get the Two of Cups in reverse, and the Temperance energy can be a card of patience. Many of you had to let go of a very difficult, painful situation, and Spirit's asking you to be patient because your Ten of Cups is on its way. But I do see that it may take some time, okay? Because the Two of Cups in reverse is, they're showing me the Ace of Cups. It's really important that you focus on filling up your cup and achieving that balance, and you do this healing and you do this step by step, because that's what's going to bring that's what's going to bring you love, and for some of you, reconciliation. Okay, so with the Two of Cups in reverse in the future position, I do see that there may be, you may be single for a little bit longer, or you may be in separation for a little bit longer. But remember, Spirit wants you to know that there's some deep healing that's taking place, and ultimately this has to do with your happiness. Okay, and it's the best thing that could happen at this time. All right, so I'm also getting here, there may have been divine intervention, and it may have felt really unfair. Some of you may have started a relationship or really felt like you were with the one or your divine counterpart, and Spirit's saying something here that happened that may have put you guys into separation, whether it's the pandemic, or whether it's, somebody got a job in another place, whether somebody, got, this is weird, but because we have the Justice card and the Eight of Swords, it could be that somebody also, was put in prison, or it doesn't necessarily have to be a literal prison, but they're stuck in another situation that they had to deal with. What I'm getting here, Taurus, is that with this Ace of Pentacles, that the timing was off for this new beginning, and actually it was divine intervention because it wasn't the right time. Okay, there's other stuff that sort of needs to happen before you guys can either be together, or that this person wasn't the right person at the right time. Okay, if that makes sense. All right, we get yin and yang, beautiful. So there's no doubt here that we are talking about a very deep soul connection. We have the Ten of Cups, we have the Two of Cups, okay, we have the Justice card. So for many of you guys, this may be a twin flame journey. And many of you guys are currently in separation from this person, and Spirit wants you to know, because the timing was off, okay, that there was divine intervention, and what seems really unfair, karmic justice will be served, but there's a new beginning that needed to take place, and maybe it's like you guys had to evolve separately before you can come together. But this is confirmation. 22 is the master builder number. It was like laying the foundation for your relationship, and maybe even unearthing certain things that you were either triggered by or need to heal before you guys can have harmony and union. We get community. This is beautiful. So again, I feel like you guys are listening to the signs and the synchronicities, or seeing them, that are guiding you on this path, and Spirit wants you to know that you're not alone. Also, I do feel as if whatever this sort of separation is, or this natural disaster, I am getting that there are a lot of people that are talking about it, whether it's on social media, whether it's, and did I say natural disaster, but like this disaster that you averted, I feel like you're getting acclaim, or like there are a lot of people that are weighing in with their opinions, whether it's your friends or your family. It may be that you have a good support network that is helping you as, the situation is unfolding. And I feel like it's much more sort of positive energy than negative. Okay. The thinking man, 46, breaking down to a 10. So for me, this is really that Gemini energy of really focusing on the details, and with this feather in his cap, needing to pull back and see the big picture, this Gemini Sagittarius axis. And again, something with this Gemini full moon lunar eclipse, you may have received, a download or a message or an understanding, and a deep knowing too, that this is your divine counterpart. But if you're in separation currently, that there's a reason for it. and sort of understanding that. And I feel like there's a sense of peace that's surrounding this separation, which I know sounds a little bit weird, but it's like you have this deep knowing that there's certain things that need to fall in place or need to happen before you guys can come together, okay? And we get the first chakra, 35 breaking down to an 8. Archangel Michael, this is a reminder here that you are protected. For some of you, there is something having to do with the law, whether this person is having trouble with the law, or whether they work in the law, or whether there's some sort of divorce or separation that may need to take place before you guys can come together, because Archangel Michael rules the, he's about protection. He's, the blue ray, but he's also about, law enforcement and military. So again, some of you might be separated because you or your person is in deployment, okay, or something along those lines. But what Spirit wants you to know is that there was something that was off about the timing, and divine intervention did take place, that you are protected, okay? And for some of you, it may be that your person needs to come out of some sort of karmic connection, or needs to deal with something having to do with the law. And just understand that there will be patience needed. And during this time of separation, it's really important that you work on yourself and you work on healing. The overall energy here is the Strength card. Some of you may be dealing with a Leo. But again, this is about you really summoning all of your inner courage and your inner strength at this time, because that's what you're being asked to do. And that's what this situation is calling for. Okay. With the first chakra, Archangel Michael, I do feel like you have friends and family members, or, like good girlfriends, or, guy friends, or whatever, that you can rely on at this time. And if you're not, the importance of sort of reaching out if you've been keeping this to yourself, because I do feel like, Taurus, you are pretty proud of how you've handled this. And I think you're recognizing, even a year ago, you would have handled things much differently. And it's really a testament to your growth and your power. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. We get passion. So yeah, this situation involves a lot of passion. I can see that there's this longing, the Page of Wands, for you guys to come together. And whether you guys have physically been together or not, that there's this desire on both sides for you guys to come together. But for some reason, you can't. And then we get let your friends help you. Told you. Coming out left, right, and center, friends and family. Okay, so at this time, really focusing on them, focusing on other relationships, focusing on building up your cup, because I do feel like there's a delay, and that was divine intervention here. Let go of control issues. Yeah, so again, there's a situation here that's out of your control. Again, for some of you, it might have to do with the law, or it might have to do with the justice system. It may have to do with their work or the pandemic and things like that. Spirit wants you to stop focusing on that. Stop focusing on the absence of this person or the separation itself, and focus on what you do have and the love that does surround you. And then we say give your relationship a chance, because I do feel like this person is coming back around. That we can't get into this thinking of this always happens to me, this is never going to work out. And it doesn't mean that you sit here and you focus and you hold on to it, and every day that you over focus on this. But what it's saying is, understand that there is a possibility for reconciliation or coming back together, but the timing was off. For those of you who are single, again, this is interesting, because with the friends card, I do feel like you may be meeting this person through friends. But again, if you've been really trying to manifest love or a soulmate relationship into your life, Spirit's saying, when we're manifesting, we have to detach from the outcome. And I'm getting some of you might be feeling a little bit fed up or exasperated, like why this isn't coming into your life. And Spirit's saying, stop focusing on it. Yeah, you've set your intention, the seeds have been planted. Now focus on what, the beauty that you have in your life and your friends, and enjoying this time together with people that you love. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what else comes through for my beautiful Taurians out there. This is a nice message, although I do feel like the waiting game is a little bit difficult, but ultimately Spirit wants you to know it's for your greatest good. Okay, and some of you may be coming out of a connection where maybe coming out of like a divorce or separation yourselves, and you're ready for something new. Okay, and Spirit's saying there is that something new. There is this powerful, passionate connection that wants to move towards you, but there's other things that need to happen before that. Okay, all right, so we get boundaries. Okay, interesting. Very, very interesting here. Boundaries. So, you know what I'm getting more than anything, more than personal boundaries, I'm getting that there's some sort of physical reason that you guys can't be together. Whether again that's somebody who's far away, who works far away, their work called them, or whether they're, they're in a sort of in the justice system, you can't really physically get to them. This is coming through very, very strong. But again, the need for you also to, I do feel like that this situation, again, Spirit wants you to know that you guys can't quite be together yet, because Spirit saying you would have given yourself over to this person too much. And like there's still some of this inner strength, this building that needs to take place, so that when you guys do come into union, like you don't lose yourself because of the power of this connection. We get soulmates. So beautiful. You guys are definitely soulmates. This is a very strong soul connection that you guys are dealing with, or that's moving towards you. And we get the divine masculine. Beautiful. So look at that. We get this lion coming out. We get this lion coming out a number of times here. So some of you may be dealing with a Leo, but I do feel like many of my Taurus out there, you guys are identifying more with the divine feminine. And this is, we're talking about your divine masculine, okay? But I do feel that your energy, I do feel like that you may be dealing with somebody, whether they're like an Aries, a Leo, or a Sag energy, that again, like I feel like the person that you're dealing with is extremely strong, and maybe even strong in stature, but very strong-willed. And again, I feel like there's a need for you to not only set up boundaries, but it's like this need for strength building before you guys can come into union, because your divine masculine also needs you to match their energy, if that makes sense. Okay, and if you identify as a divine masculine, so just flop the energies, but your divine masculine is like also needs somebody who's going to be able to match that energy. And look, we see that. We see a lion and a tiger, and you have that within, but it may be something that you need to work on, okay, before this union can take place. Okay, Taurus, so this is nice. This is good, because I know our past couple of readings have been, about dealing with, toxic energies. And again, some of you guys may have been through a number of sort of tough situations, if you guys are just sort of starting to become a little bit exhausted and annoyed by dating in general, or this journey, like trying to call in your person, and getting a little bit fed up. But Spirit here is giving you, a little dose of confidence and saying, you know what, step into your power. You're getting your mojo back, Taurus. Okay, and people are going to start noticing. Okay, and the right person is going to start noticing as well. So the first card out is freedom. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So again, somebody I do feel like needs to free themselves from a particular situation before you can come together. We see that here with the Eight of Wands and with the Justice card in reverse. Okay, the next card is close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. Beautiful. Okay, so again, there's that law of attraction energy. What you think is what you create. And then we get friendship. So wow, some of you guys, so I'm getting friendship coming out 3 times in this reading with the community card. Let your friends help you. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. Some of you guys, you might be in a situation where you have friends that are developing into a little bit more. For others of you, you may meet this person or have met this person through friends. Or again, there might be that there can't be physical union at this time. And if there's communication, really work on that. Work on, talking, hanging out, laughing, being friends, preparing for union. Okay. And for others of you, it's focusing on the other relationships, situations in your life that you're grateful for, which is going to raise your vibration and ultimately bring you into union. All right, Taurus, I hope you guys found clarity and guidance in these messages. I love you so much. Thank you for listening. Have a beautiful day. Take care.